guys, welcome to my channel. So this is Debbie. Where is Debbie?
Hi guys.
And this is Dami.
Hello.
So we are spending the weekend together. We are having a girls trip, and so we are going to be taking you along on this journey. Now we are just walking, going to fix some people's hair.
Alright guys,
For the weekend. Yes. And then go and get something to eat.
Yeah, that's very important.
Then we're out of frame. Why are you out of frame? Okay.
Because I'm hungry.
Okay, bye. We're going to get something to eat. Bye.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
So are 18. And this Tobi.
I honestly don't know how I'm going to finish this food. I'm probably going to take some away though.
2 portions of plantain.
After all it was said and done, this is where we stepped pause. This is where the pause button was pressed. We do the rest at home.
I finished my food because
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi guys. We woke up like this.
of course we did.
Okay, so we didn't say good night yesterday because everybody was just tired.
Exhausted actually.
Today we are going for brunch, not breakfast. We're going for brunch because I want coffee or tea.
They did not let me have breakfast.
That's not true.
Yes, they didn't let me have breakfast.
Who
They said
wakes
we were
up
going
to
to have
want to take Cocoa Pops?
Well,
in the
who does
morning?
not wake up to take Cocoa Pops in the morning?
No,
That's
Dami-
the idea. I
Dami,
was
Lola, you're not
hungry.
Fikumi.
I know I'm not Fikumi, but
People
I am
with due
hungry.
respect to you though.
See, anyway, they didn't let me have breakfast, but it's fine.
Breakfast for 6
I
a.m.
have coffee. Right?
If she had it, she will not be able to have what we're going for now. So
I will. My stomach will take it.
The stomach will take it. Anyway, so we're going for brunch and then we're going to have an amazing day, hopefully.
Yes.
But that runs in my family. My father didn't raise us to be very.
No, excuse me, I'm not saying there's one in your family. I'm just saying that sometimes try not to be nice.
like the bitchy boss.
Can be bitchy. It's not bad.
Like just being bitchy.
You cannot just pick on people.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
no,
But
like
you
once
can't
in a
just
while,
have
just like
attitude.
you sleep.
No. Anyway, you're too nice. You want to greet everybody. You want to play with everybody. You want to be nice to everybody. This is a good attitude, but at the same time, it's a weakness. And
I
it's
Oh baby, don't be crying. Never say love you, I love you, baby. Yes, I love you, baby.
I love you, baby.
Oh baby.
It's time to see a movie. They are coming.
We're expecting you.
Baby.
In the movie.
yeah. I can't finish one portion.
Okay.
Let's go.
This is what you are looking at, right? Not any other place. Don't look at yourself, don't be big. Hi guys, so we just got back from the movie. We are tired, but we are going to do a review of the movie that we saw. I'll try to put a picture of the movie that we saw somewhere on the screen so that you can see it. Anyway, so the moment that we saw, what's the name of the movie again?
Ponzi.
So we saw Ponzi.
Ponzi.
And okay, let's hear what the babes have to say about it. Did you guys like the movie? I laughed a lot.
I laughed a lot. I didn't have issues with the movie. Even though at some point it felt like, what I could do it. As Debbie already said earlier, I'm still trying as much as possible.
She said it earlier out of camera.
Yeah, okay, out of camera, Debbie said that, okay, I'm trying to understand this movie. Okay, but maybe later I would understand it. But, Sha was a good one. I laughed well, so that's it for me. The fact that I was able to laugh well, so not bad.
Baby. Okay.
So at first, for real, I was lost in the video when she was saying something like Ponzi and Poundo. It wasn't.
That part.
Yeah.
Comparing
Like, it wasn't just
Ponzi
adding
investment and
and
Poundo.
Poundo.
Yeah.
But I understand the place of the rhymes, trying to
Play on words.
play on words and the word pond thing. It was fine, but so at first when it all started in a way I really do not even I couldn't put the whole script and the cast and everything together.
Because
It was sort of lost,
yeah, something and all that, yeah.
And at the beginning, to the lady narrating it, I was almost bored out. I don't know
What
if
are
it
you
was just me,
doing?
like,
Yeah.
what exactly
What are
is
you
the concept
saying?
of
Go
this
straight
movie?
to the point.
It
mate.
was when
Yes.
this guy came into the picture.
So it's when Shaggy.
No,
think.
from it wasn't even Shaggy. It was this guy.
Which one? My boyfriend?
No, the
Kofi.
son of the Kofi.
Yeah, my
Kofi
boyfriend.
Your boyfriend. Maulo. What was his name again?
Rob,
exactly.
Robert, what about?
Mauli Gabo.
Yeah, Mauli.
Okay.
Yeah. But when he came into the picture,
I think
it now felt like it was a movie. Yeah.
Everybody's speaking.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay, so in a way, it was towards the end of the movie that it started making sense to me. And then at the end of the movie in the theater, I remember saying, "This is all for 3K," and everybody just started laughing because it really did sort of make sense to me. I'm like, okay, so maybe after now, when I'm probably like in a more resting state, I'll be able to put together what the writer's trying to say, and then how that translates into Ponzi scheme, and then but then the item was that it was really funny. If you really want to laugh after like a long day work, watch it. Yeah, I would recommend
And
it.
then I remember after we talked about the 3K we paid, and they were saying that this is real Ponzi, like. I had to pay for the 3K alone. It's Ponzi. Like, I had to pay 3,000 naira to watch that movie, but then it's what it is.
What other one were we supposed to watch before we all
La Femme Angela.
I feel like we actually should have just done.
It
Why was
would have
it?
been less now.
Yeah,
Like,
it would
so
have
that
been
would
left
have 750 or
1 hour.
something. Yeah.
And now over an
No,
hour.
we watched Nabel.
But
Yeah, we tried
for
that
me
thing.
though, I enjoyed the movie probably because like there were like
Three.
two boyfriends that I have in the movie.
Like,
That yeah.
I
So
hope that
for
they
me,
know.
Maoli and Timini of course.
Oh, Timini!
Timini was
another
yeah,
good act in
Timini,
the
yeah,
movie.
very good
Yeah,
act,
he was.
actually.
But everybody that acted
Mr.
in the
Macaroni,
movie,
you did well too.
Macaroni did very well. Shaggy did
The
very
whole
he
spanking
played
part.
his role like it legit just was Mr. Macaroni in the movie.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
that's
serious
what
at
makes
some
it really
Macaroni
interesting.
is serious sometimes on Instagram as well.
well. Okay.
But then I get like the whole movie.
You just
for
try to
me-
make it real.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed the movie in the sense that I did not need to sleep over it to understand this. Like they have to. Like I kind of see how they are trying to play, how you can people in less privileged positions or people that do not have enough to eat in some parts of the world or in some parts of the country kind of run towards making quick money when it is introduced to them. So they don't even have to think, you just have to speak a lot of English and just cover whatever it is that you want to do, and then they are ready to buy because they are just trying to get out of it. But then at the same time, when you think of it, or when I think of it, I'm thinking, okay, if you make the first money, why don't you use what you got from that Ponzi
Scheme
that
for
made
something
sense
very
at that
reasonable.
time for something that would now sustain you.
Mhm.
But then they did it the first time, they squandered the
I
money.
think the lady was talking to the girlfriend who was the narrator from the beginning of the story, and then was talking to Tumini on how to invest
Invest your money.
the first money you got from betting and all of that.
It was icky.
Sorry. Okay, so having to talk to him about investment and all of that. But then the main what's it called for me in the movie was the fact that the poor would the poor are sort of still very much suffering, knowing that the rich man who really has wealth and even their children will still tend to, extort the less privileged average or poor people. And it's really very sad to know that that's even happening and all of that. And it's a lot of things that could have caused that. Kofi seemed to be like the bitter and the very angry one, probably based on the experience he had in his life growing up, and then knowing that his father was not really there for him. But then he took that out on every other person who were really innocent, and that, I don't know if that really happened in true life.
It does.
It does. Things like that. Things
For
like
me,
that
yeah.
happens actually.
Yeah.
Okay, for instance, I was going to talk about the part where the man would want to go out every time and would throw money out, and people were like, "Oh, this man is a nice man," not knowing that was probably just giving them
pennies.
like 0.1%.
I mean, it drops like
0.00001% of what he had. Like,
I mean, like this man had a stash of money in
in
the wall.
In the wall,
of his
as
house.
a POP wall. I mean, and politicians, do we have people who do that? I mean, that's.
no, excuse me, don't say that. There are a lot.
I'm
of people
just
who do
saying,
that.
like.
But it's also like I just always learn from even the most stupid things in this life. But for me, it was wow. It was like, you see how when parents damage their kids, and then those ones grow up and then become damaged adults, and then they birth damaged children, and it's just a cycle of damaged people living in the world. Because this guy looked like a sane, proper, happy guy that was happy to be reunited with his family, and then for you to not find out
now you had the whole plan.
He's so damaged. It was so damaged, and as much as I want to, I would blame the father for damaging him, for being an absent father in his life, and giving promises that he could not fulfill to the mom and then to the child. And then the child now becomes this damaged person. And then when he comes home, okay, he reaches out to his family, and I'm doing the storyline, I'll try not to. So he reaches out to his family, and this family that did not know anything about you until about a week ago opened their arms and received you, and then you still got in. But because of the damage that you already have, he still messed it up. You still destroyed, because obviously the father was ready to accept you, was ready to give you whatever it is that he needed. His sister accepted him, his stepmom accepted him, even though she just found out about him a week ago, and this guy still like legit destroyed the whole thing.
And I was actually, in my own mind, so I thought about the fact that after everything, he still had to go to jail.
Yeah.
So I know about the whole damage thing, but at the same time, looking at the brighter side is also very important.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine if it was fine damaged, we have a lot. But usually, because the movie sometimes doesn't end that way.
Yeah.
It ends in a way where probably he kills the father, he kills someone, and he gets away with it eventually. But in the movie, nobody died. And he still did not get away with it, but meaning that some damaged people, it's not easy to overcome things like that, honestly. But at the same time,
wanted to
in other countries too. So
but then all of that is just
all of
because of
this
it. Like when you have an angry child, and then he took it out on everybody, including people that should not even have taken
people that
exactly.
It's the story of a broken child, a damaged child that sort of
the rest of
it just caused like a serious wreck to the society and all of that. And eventually, fine, justice was served. They had to go to the prison and all of that. And then the father also had to pay all of the debt and all of those things. I don't know how true that may not work in our words. The father of such child might not be able to reach out to every one person who you've been able to dupe successfully and all of that.
But even knowing that the way he paid for other people's debt is still not up to a tiny bit of the money he had stolen from the people.
I was going to say that.
So all of this is just to say that stop damaging children. Stop damaging children. And if you already know that there is a brokenness in you, as much as it is somebody that has inflicted that brokenness on you don't have to take it out on people. Try your best to work out your salvation with fear
But we can say this because we're like on the outside, guys.
Yeah,
it's
because
not
it's
easy.
not easy.
You're not in their shoes, so you really can't tell what havoc that had done them personally. I mean, yeah, so in the end, I feel like people should just learn to deal with their problems and not drag some other people down. We're fond of doing that anyway, so please don't try to.
And maybe let's just live life with a little more empathy.
Empathy, yeah.
For each and everybody that comes around you. It doesn't have to be your family. Just what you don't want people to do to you. You don't want to be scammed. Don't scam anybody.
Exactly.
You don't want to be killed. Don't kill anybody. Like just
be a good person.
Just be a good person.
Yeah,
Like if you're a good person, there are some things that you cannot even imagine yourself doing. Like just be good. Anyways,
if you see that we're on Black Talk,
I was going to say that we didn't plan it
actually. It wasn't planned.
We planned the bottoms. We didn't plan the top.
Yeah. So is this the power we stand up?
I don't stand up.
Okay.
No. But I will put pictures. You will see the pictures.